House of Cards podcast, the show where we break down the art of creative real estate investing. Join us as we dive into the world of real estate with insider tips and tricks for making your investments go further. From buying with no money down to flipping properties for profit, we've got you covered. Plus, stay tuned for expert guest speakers who will share their knowledge and experience in this ever-changing market. So grab a seat and get ready to learn the secrets to success in real estate investing. And now, from Alaska to New York, your hosts, Chris James and Jesse Stanton.
Oh, hey, good morning to all of you beautiful ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live like a suicide. My name is Full Metal Jesse, rocking out with you this beautiful Saturday morning. You guys just got done listening to Out of Touch, that was made famous by the infamous Hall & Oates. Daryl Hall and John Oates, bless you guys wherever you guys are. Welcome, one and all, guys, to the House of Cards podcast. Now, to save you from a long trip to the window, there's a look at today's weather. It's looking about partly cloudy outside. We have blue skies, and it is cold as crap up here. There's snow all over the place. Good golly, Miss Molly, guys, get me the crap out of here. Ken Wilson, what's up, dude? Thank you for being here. Thank you. One and all, I truly appreciate it. Happy Saturday to you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Grady Iverson, bro, I'm so glad to see that you made it. Grady was up here. I think we were torturing ourselves, up here in Alaska. Not in a weird way, guys. Let's not get weird with it. I just meant with the Alaska. Just being in Alaska is just a different kind of animal. And Grady and I have been torturing ourselves up here for, well, quite a few years now. And Grady made the long trip down to Tucson. He drove from Alaska to Tucson. I have done that drive a handful of times. It is fun. Actually, I really enjoy it. There's a lot of people that make that drive. And Grady, I'm not sure how long you guys took to do it, but there's a lot of people that make that drive. And they try to do it in like 2 or 3 days. And I'm like, good golly, Miss Molly. Especially people in the military. I'm like, dude, like this is on the government's dime, man. Let's take our time. Let's have some fun here. So I thoroughly, enjoyed that trip, man. I hope you had a great trip as well. And I hope you made it down there without too many hiccups. I know that Alcan can be a little bit of a bitch. The roads just are not maintained like they should be. So I totally get it. But dude, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you, all you guys, for jumping in. Devin Landers, what's going on, baby boy? How you doing, man, dude? Have I told you lately how much I love you and your mom? You guys are really awesome. I think you guys are such a neat dynamic duo. I wish I could have gotten into real estate with my mom. Like it just would have been a whole nother experience. I think my mom has so many great skills and attributes. I would love to go into business with my mom. I just need her to figure this out. I need her to get the real estate understanding under control because there's a lot to learn. And that's some of the things I wanted to dive into with you guys today. So stay tuned. I've also got a special announcement here towards the end of this that I'll share with you guys. Oh my gosh, bro. You know how I would love to go to the Squat Up Summit. Moreover, I would also love to go to Florida. I would love any opportunity to actually see some sunshine on my skin. As you guys can see, it is just me here today. The infamous Chris James is not here today. He is, coincidentally enough, he's basking in the sun. He left me and decided to go on a cruise, and I hope he is enjoying himself. Got a few gifts from him this morning, so it was great to see that he's still alive, doing well. I'm sure he isn't enjoying himself. We certainly miss him. So you guys just get me today. I'm sorry to disappoint, but he will be back next week. So I'm really excited. It's been a great week. We've had a lot of really neat things going on. We've got a flip going on right now in Louisiana. We'll probably net between $400,000 and $500,000 on, and we just are in the middle of taking down our second one right now. That'll be another luxury flip that we will also be netting about $400,000 or $500,000 on. And so, just between those two properties alone, we'll net about $1 million this year from just those two properties. So we've got a lot going on. I'm really excited. I'm so thankful for the people in my corner. I'm thankful for the relationships that I've been blessed with. I mean, every single day I get to wake up to just abundance and love and just amazing and wonderful people. So I truly, and a lot of it's a lot of you guys right here, Devin, Grady, Ken, Freddie, Luke. I love all you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. So today I wanted to get a couple things out here really quick. If there's anybody that's wholesaling creative deals, if you are wholesaling creative deals, send that stuff my way. I'm aiming to be your number one buyer. I think that's the hardest part about wholesaling is finding buy, especially if you're doing multiple markets, finding buyers. I don't think I maybe put myself in a position to eat my words here. And if that's the case, then that's a good place to be. But I have not had a problem closing on a property because I didn't have money lined up. And so with that said, guys, if you guys are wholesaling creative deals, I want to be your number one buyer. I want to be a one-stop shop. I want to build a relationship with you where just together we can make as much money as possible. In about over the course of maybe 2 months, I mean, we paid well over 6 figures in wholesale fees. And so I want to be your guys' one-stop shop. I want to help expedite. Our buy box is simple. It's got to be creative. So as long as it's creative, guys, send it my way. We're buying in all 50 states. Okay, send it over. Let's freaking get this thing going, man. I'm here for you guys. I'd love to help any way that I can. I'd love to buy your guys' deals and obviously assist and build a relationship with you guys. That's what this whole thing is all about anyway. That's what real estate is all about. It's all about relationships. It's all about being intentional with these relationships. I saw you guys going to Squad Up. A couple of you guys going to Squad Up. Looks like Luke is going to be here. Oh, nope. I'll be at Squad Up for anyone going. Perfect. So Luke is going to be there. Sometimes reading is hard for me. So Luke, hopefully we can connect in person, bro. Hopefully I'm able to make it out there. That would be super, super dope. As you guys can see, I'm going through kind of a weird hair phase right now. It's kind of getting longer. I got this surfer beach bum thing going on. I went and bought... I'm getting really into hair products now. This is weird to say on a podcast. This is a safe space, right? I can oust myself like this on a this is we're all friends here, right? Yeah, last night I took a trip. My wife and I went to dinner, and then we went to Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer's a grocery store, if you guys don't know. And I went and picked up some shampoo, but not just any shampoo, guys. I picked up some tea tree shampoo, which if you guys have never had tea tree, for all you ladies out there that have not had tea tree shampoo and conditioner, it's about to rock and roll. It's about to change your life. And then I went and got some pomade as well. So now I'm just kind of in this weird, I don't know, I'm just in this weird hair phase right now. So anyway, but it's a good day, all good things. One of the things I wanted to discuss with you guys really quick, just kind of jumping in here, was a lot of the things that I've learned during my years of being in real estate. And as I reflect back on some of the things I could have done differently or things that I should have understood from a different perspective to get me results faster, it is 100%, guys, the concept of who, not how. I cannot tell you how many freaking... Hold on, I got to pause myself for a second. Ken Wilson says, oh my gosh, tea tree is the shit, bro. Ken has a little bit of hair, but I'm so glad to hear that regardless, guys, this just goes to show that no matter how long or how much hair you have, everybody benefits. Everybody wins when you get tea tree. I love you, bro. Oh my goodness. I love you guys. This is awesome. Thanks for being here. But I wish I would have understand the concept of who, not how. I wish that would have been something that was really ingrained into my brain and into my heart and into my soul when I first got started in real estate. Because of that, because it wasn't, I took the long route, and I'm here to share some things with you guys that will get you moving. Facebook user, good afternoon. It is still 9:40 a.m. for me, but good afternoon to you, gentleman or madam. If you guys are watching this inside of a Facebook group, that's why you're showing up as Facebook user. So I'm going to try to do this the way that Chris explained it. If you're watching this in a Facebook group, there's 3 dots on the top right-hand corner. You click those 3 dots, and one of those choices say something along the lines of allow StreamYard access to share your name on Facebook or something like that. So if you click that and you allow them to share your access to your name, then I can at least see who I am communicating with. Or you guys can go watch on YouTube, on my YouTube channel as well, and then you don't have to worry about it. You just pop up. But just want to throw that out there because I want to make today as much of a two-way communication podcast as I possibly can. So I want to, this is for you guys. I thought about it today and I was like, man, I could take a stab in the dark on what everybody needs, some of the questions that people have. I can guesstimate to where everybody is maybe, and maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. Odds are I'm probably going to be pretty far off. So I want you guys to be active as you can in the comments today. I want to have as much of a two-way conversation as I can. I want to help expedite your guys' growth and the obstacles and information that you guys need from where you're at to where you're trying to go. So let's make this as intentional as we can. Okay. Now to kick this off, if you guys have any questions about just where you are, where you are, or we can literally talk about anything. We can talk about negotiating. We can talk about overcoming objections. We can talk about the best way to pitch creative. We can talk about goal setting. We can talk about networking. We can talk about raising capital. We can talk about anything that you guys want. That's what today is all about, okay? Now, with that said, one of the biggest things that I wish I would have understood when I first got started in real estate was the power of who, not how. There's a book, and it's called Who, Not How. If you guys haven't read it, get it today. It will completely change your entire life. One of the things that I love about how Chris and I operate our business is that is one concept that he and I are completely in sync with. Not the band in sync, but we're in sync. Okay? We're in sync. Not the band, but we're in sync together. Okay? Hello, Facebook user. Awesome. Thank you for being here from AZ. From AZ to Alaska. Thank you for being here. Send some sunshine up today, please. I've been hibernating for 9 months. I have been hiding in a cave, it feels like. I've been hiding in my igloo, and I haven't seen the sun. So please send some sunshine my way. Thank you for being here. Who, not how, guys. One of the things I ended up doing, I ended up getting a text message this morning. And, Facebook user, hit up Grady Iverson. He is also in AZ. Very good, amazing guy to know. Oh, it's Jim. Jim, what up, dog? Thanks for being here, bro. That book, after Chris and I read that book completely changed our entire life. And I think Chris and I both did a podcast on this actually about how we made $72,000 in 60 days in the first 2 months of our partnership. Okay, let me repeat this for a second just to put this in context. I don't know where everybody is right now, but I just want to reiterate this for the people in the back. This is how important this is, okay? When Chris and I first started our partnership, when we started from day one, okay, it's not like we were partners and then at some point during our partnership, we figured something out and then happened to make 72,000 in 60 days. Let me be so clear here, okay? We went into business together. Our partnership started on June 1st of 2022. So we're coming up on our 2-year friendiversary. And from that day, over the course of the next 60 days, we made $72,000. We made $72,000 from this concept. Mark Prestwood, thank you, bro. I love you, dude. Thank you for being here. I thank you for typing this in here so I can share this. Who, not how, is exactly how we did this. Okay. You need to understand what your avatar is. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you, Mark. Anything I can do to help you achieve that same success, dude, let me know. If you have any questions about where you are, what you're trying to do, put it in the chat, man. Put it in the chat. Would love to freaking help any way I can. I want all of you guys. This is my concept here. Anytime I learn something new in my business, the first thing I do is I turn around and give it to the people behind me. So that's what this podcast is all about. That's why it's called the House of Cards podcast, by the way. Because in real estate, you never know what hand you're going to get dealt. You never know what obstacles you're going to incur. That's just real estate, baby. And because of that, Chris and I wanted to create a podcast. This was all Chris's idea, by the way. Chris and I wanted to create a podcast that allowed everybody a one-stop shop to come here and stack your deck with very specific and tactical information. So what I'm about to share with you guys, this isn't just a place you come to consume content. This is a place you come, you take notes, and then you go implement, and your business will be better off. As somebody who is a practitioner of these things, who has scaled my business from the things I'm sharing with you guys, it's not just me talking about my wins. Or my losses. I'm sitting here telling you guys exactly what to do. It's like, here, take it. This is exactly what you do. I don't want to share with you guys my goal. Here let me just be super clear here, okay? My goal with this podcast is anytime that I share something with you guys, I'm not sharing it with you in hopes that you take it and then you go do something and you get it right. Okay? I want to break it down. I want to be so clear. I want to be so specific with you guys that you take this information and you implement it and to where you can't get it wrong. Okay? So, with that being said, over the first 60 days, Chris and I started our partnership. We made 72 grand. And that was understanding what our superpower was. I think a lot of people, if I can reframe the way that you guys need to see value, and to this day, you see it right here. The way that you guys need to see value is not necessarily what you're doing in your business. The value that you bring is how you serve people, whether that's sellers, whether that's other investors, whether that's friends, whoever. Your job is to serve and to give value. Now, that's exactly what Chris and I aim to do over the course of those first 60 days. So in order to do that, you don't want to just approach somebody and say, hey, what can I do for you? Hey, I love what you're doing. I want to be part of it. Like, what can I do for you? That is 100% the worst way. You're not leading with value in that way. And I know it seems like it because I know, and believe me, when I say that, I'm not criticizing anybody who is doing that or has done that, because that has been me. Everything that I'm sharing with you is things that I've done wrong, and I want to help reiterate how you do it right and how all this correlates to your money you're making. When you lead with value, you understand what you are good at. You understand what value you even bring to the table. Then you take that value and you go serve as many people as you can with that value. And you make that the one thing that you focus on. Now, here's the kicker here, is most people won't take the time to understand the one thing. Most people won't take the time to understand what their skills are, what their habits are, what the one thing is that they should be focusing on, how to find that, how to monetize it, and how to serve people with it. In addition to all of that, they won't even stay consistent with it. It's not hard to beat somebody when you understand how little people will actually do. Start by focusing on one thing. Understand who you are. Understand what your strengths are. Understand what your skills are. Understand what your natural abilities are. That is step one. That's step one for everything. You need to understand what value you bring to the table. You cannot serve somebody else whether that's in some sort of collaboration, whether that's in a deal, whether you're solving an investor's problems, whether you're solving a seller's problems. You can't solve problems if you don't even know the value that you bring to the table, first and foremost. So that's where you need to start. So as an example, what Chris and I did, and again, I want to be so clear and so specific. So if you guys have clarifying questions here, throw them in the chat so that I can make sure that you guys are armed with the information that you need here. What Chris and I did is we said, hey, we are both closers. We are both great on the phone. We are excellent communicators. We are excellent negotiators. Here's the value that I can provide. Now, if I know that that's my strength, if I know that's my superpower, and if that's the one thing that I'm focusing on, if I'm closing deals, if the one thing that I'm focusing on is just closing deals, let me be super clear with you guys here. That means that I am not out here doing my own lead generation, because now I'm focusing on two things as soon as I do that. So that means I'm not doing my own lead generation. I'm not doing my own paperwork. I am not finding my own buyers. I'm not raising my own capital. I'm not doing any of that. The one thing that I'm focusing on, guys, is just closing deals. So now begs the question, you might be asking yourself, okay, Jesse, got it. So in this situation, you and Chris decided that your superpower was closing deals. Got it. Well, if you don't have any leads, Jesse, then how are you generating leads? How do you get leads to close? Or like, how do you close deals if you don't have any leads coming in, if you're not doing that? Mark, what's the answer to that, my guy? What's the answer to that, bro? I can't even find the comment. Where'd it go? Boom. Here's the answer. This is the answer. So you know what I did? Chris and I went and found people who had leads coming in, but what they lacked was either the time or the ability to close and follow up on those leads. So what we ended up doing was we ended up reaching out to these individuals. We ended up filling up our Calendly. And as we continued networking with individuals, we networked with individuals with no other agenda than to serve. If we can solve those people's problems as we're networking with them, great. If we can't, then I'm going to refer them to somebody else. I'm here to serve first and foremost. Now, as we ended up connecting and networking with these individuals, we found people who were like, oh my gosh, Jesse, this is the bottleneck in my business right now. I have a VA. I have a dialer. I have a CRM. And they have a script and everything that they need. As a matter of fact, I'm getting leads coming in every single day. And I said, okay, cool. Well, that's good. That's good. Every business should have some sort of lead generation coming in. The fact that you do and you have consistency is great. So what is the problem then? And they said, well, I don't have the time because I'm working long hours right now. It's either tax season, kids have sports, they're traveling, whatever it is. And they're like, well, I can't just like stop the lead generation, like it's coming in. But I don't have the time or the ability to follow up and close on these leads right now. So Chris and I were like, perfect. That's actually something that I can help you with. So Chris and I would get into their CRM. They would give us access to their CRM. And Chris and I would take it upon ourselves to just sit here and close deals for them. And that's what we ended up doing in the first 60 days of our business, was closing deals for other people who did not have the time or the ability to close. Now, in order to close deals, in order to wholesale, you also have to have buyers lined up, right? Well, Jesse, if you're calling other people's leads and you're closing other people's deals, but you are not calling buyers, how are you making money then? How are you wholesaling? I'll give you guys another guess. Anybody else got any guesses?
while I was networking, and I was networking with intention. Okay. When I network with somebody, I never, not once, not ever, I never talk about myself. If any of you guys have ever networked with me, you know this. I'm trying to figure out all about you. I want to know what's going on in your business. Why didn't you get a deal today? Why didn't you buy a house today? Why didn't you make money today? What do you need right now that's going to set your business up and put your position, or you put your business in a more elevated position next week than it was this week? Now, once I have all of that information, then I can figure out how to solve your problem. I can figure out if there's any alignment or where you align in my vision for what I'm trying to do. And then guess what? I can then take that and I can create an opportunity for us to collaborate with. I don't spend any time talking about me. So again, that's why I'm trying to ask you guys here. I'm trying to create opportunity for all of us to sit here and to work together, to collaborate. But if I don't know, if you guys aren't putting what's going on in the comments, what the bottlenecks are in your business, then that is not intentional. It doesn't give us the opportunity to make money together. It doesn't give me the opportunity to serve you, whether I can help you out directly or I can connect you with somebody else who can. This is how I network. So with all the people that we were networking, and even to this day, guys, by the way, to this day, about 4 times a week, I have a Calendly set aside just for connecting with other people, just for building relationships. In every business, guys, you need leverage. You have to create leverage. There's a handful of ways to create leverage. My favorite way of creating leverage in any business is through collaboration. How are we going to collaborate? How do I know what problems I can solve if I'm talking about me the entire time while we're networking? I can't. I already know about me. I already know what I'm doing. I don't know anything about you. I don't have any more information if I'm talking about me. I want to know about you. What's going on with you? What are the bottlenecks? What do you need right now? If I don't know that information, then there's no opportunity for us to work together. So this is something that Chris and I have been doing for almost 2 years now, is we set time aside almost every single day just to network with people. Now, during those first 60 days, just to finish this, just to bring this boat back into the harbor here, during the first 60 days of us networking with all these individuals, and we're coming in, we're getting into their CRMs, we're calling these sellers. One of the people that we ended up networking with had access to a system called InvestorLift. If you guys don't know what InvestorLift is such an amazing resource. InvestorLift is a system. You can go to investorlift.com. I think I've seen it cost anywhere between $10,000 to $40,000. I think, just kind of depending on what tier you want. But InvestorLift gives you access to millions of vetted buyers nationwide. One of the people that I was networking with had access to InvestorLift, and his business model was just doing disposition for people who needed to find buyers. So you know what I did? I said, hey, we're out here wholesaling. We're closing a lot of deals. If we could bring you deals to dispo, is this something that would be of value to you? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. So you know what we did? We brought, again, who, not how, right? Who, not how. I didn't spend any of my time trying to get on the phone and find buyers or anything like that. I found somebody else who's already doing it. And I said, hey, how can I lead with value and bring him into my business, creating leverage through collaboration, where we can all rise up, where we can all make mad money together? So that's what I did. So now Chris and I are getting into other people's CRMs who don't have the ability to follow up on their leads. And we're calling them and we're closing their deals. And then guess what? Do you think I'm dispoing those deals? No, I'm sending them over to our dispositions manager. And the best part about this whole thing, guys, guess what? In addition to, this is why Who Not How is so powerful, because when you leverage somebody else's skills, somebody who's doing what it is that you need, who already has those problems solved, guess what? You no longer have to train them. Think of how many people hire people into their business, and instead of just being hands off on that, now all their time and energy and effort is spent training that person on how to do their job. I mean, oh my gosh, talk about a big pain in the ass that would have been. If I would have paid for Investor Lift and then had to bring and train somebody else in, if I had to buy Investor Lift, learn how to use it to its highest and best use, and then bring somebody else in, and then I've got to train that person, why don't I just go find somebody else who's already doing this right off the get-go? Then I'm already hands off. So that's what we ended up doing, guys. And you know what? As we ended up building our business, when we started network, because we continued networking, when we did this, we were networking with people 8 hours a day, like 6 days a week for probably about 4 or 5 months. And we got so much opportunity. When you're networking with that many people, you're going to find money. You're going to find deals. You're going to find people to collaborate with. We had so many opportunities. I mean, money was pouring out of our ears. We had so many opportunities that we were like, oh my gosh, like, Chris, we no longer have the time to be able to follow up and help all of these people that need our help. So you know what we did? We started building an acquisitions team. And our acquisitions team started plugging into other people's CRMs, and they were doing the follow-ups now. So all of this to say, there is a very specific example on top of about 1 million others that I can give you guys. But this was something that I wish I would have learned right from the get-go. It continues to be something that Chris and I leverage in a way that completely skyrockets our business. We create so much leverage, so many wonderful relationships. And the best part is I just get to continue doing just what I'm naturally gifted at. I don't have to go learn and know all these different things. To this day, when we close deals, of all the properties we purchased, properties we've wholesaled, money we've made, would you guys believe it if I told you? I swear on my kid's life, I have never submitted a contract before. I have never filled out a PSA. Furthermore, I don't even know how to fill out a PSA because I've never done it. Let me be super clear if that wasn't clear enough. If my family was kidnapped and held at gunpoint, and the only way I got them back was if I filled out a contract correctly, oh man, that would be a rough day. I'm sharing this with you guys to show you that, hey, I'm not a guru out here. I'm not Grant Cardone or anything. But I feel like I'm doing all right. I feel like I figured some stuff out, and I want to be able to share some things with you guys in a way that I don't see anybody else doing. I want to communicate it in a way that you guys are able to take this and use real world experience and say, oh, wow, Jesse is a practitioner of these things. He is actually doing what he preaches. This isn't just good content. This is actually something that I can take away from this. And I can actually just start going and implementing this right now in my business. Who Not How. Angel Miller is in here. Good golly, Miss Molly. This is my 80s twin over here. Angel, coincidentally enough, speaking of paperwork, Angel is phenomenal. This is something that Angel understands far above and beyond. It would take me like 10 lifetimes to understand the things that she understands when it comes to legalities, paperwork, securing yourself, protecting yourself. And she does it nationwide. Angel is a wonderful and lovely individual that is gracious enough. I'm so thankful for her friendship and for her skills and talents and abilities, because her and I network and collaborate in a way where she takes care of all of the paperwork on every single freaking deal that I do. If you guys don't have a TC, if you guys don't have somebody in your back pocket like Angel Miller, who understands the legalities and how to secure yourself in any type of a creative transaction or cash, then you are truly, truly messing up. I'll even do you one better. And I don't get Angel, do you mind sharing your link? Where's the best way for anybody to connect with you? If you guys want to do what I'm doing, then you need to be around. I heard Pace talk about this one time. He said it's interesting because you see people are looking for like different bookkeepers, different TCs, different CPAs, things like that. He's like, dude, go find the people that are doing what you want to be doing and go freaking pay attention to who they work with. Go pay attention to who they network with. It's almost like even right down to like a bookkeeper or like I said, like the same TC services. Because not only do you start getting around the caliber of those kind of individuals, it's almost like hanging around a water cooler. It's like, interesting. Who else hangs out around this water cooler? Angel, do you mind putting, if you're still here, do you mind putting, where can people connect with you guys if they want to connect with you guys for more TC services? Or if they would love to have a consultation with you and just understand more about what you do and how they can work with you. Because Angel is literally like a full service, like she does everything. She does everything. She even handles like even beyond, above and beyond like just TC services. Like she handles a lot of like the training documents and things like that for a lot of my companies. The training documents, guys. If you guys are implementing Who Not How and you're growing and scaling your business, how much time does it take to put together, SOPs and documents and things like that? Like this is what Angel does. And she's so effing good at it. When you guys are doing creative deals, they'll even set up the servicing company. My goodness. The reason you're not scaling is because you're doing too much. I can guarantee that. Who Not How, guys. So I'm going to step off my soapbox here for a second. Let me scroll through these comments. If you guys have any questions, I want to hear what you guys have going on. Like live, while we're here right now, I want to hear what you guys have going on. And I want to, let's find a way to collaborate while we're here live on the air. Let's make some money together, guys. I need to understand what you guys need help with, though. I want to make this as much about you as absolutely humanly possible. Dude, bro, I'm assuming this is still Jim. Yeah, this has quite literally allowed us to 10x in so many ways. And we do it until we get it. We don't do it until we just get it right. I want to make that important distinction. Anytime that I learn something or I do something, I implement something, I collaborate with somebody, I don't want to just do it till I get it right. That's how most people do it. For the people that even take action, most people do it until they get it right. I do it until I can't get it wrong. And I only bring people in and work with people who share that same mentality. And Angel Miller is absolutely one of those individuals. Scrolling through the comments. Dude, if you guys got questions, this is for you guys. I hope you guys are getting value from all of this morning. But I figured this would be kind of a neat way to preface. Allison Dawson. Hey, Allison Dawson. What's up, friend? Thanks for being here. I don't know why Allison doesn't sound like that, by the way. That's just, I don't know. Sometimes you'll catch me like randomly doing just random ass accents. I don't even know what kind of an accent that was. I used to have a friend that was in the military. Her name was Allison as well. And she was from, where the hell is she? New Jersey. She was from New Jersey. And she always said, coffee. Get some coffee. That just made me think of that. Ooh, Grady, this is so good. How to show up with the best intentions in meetings or meetups. This is so good, dude. So there's a couple things to consider before networking and showing up with the best freaking intentions. And the neat thing about this, Grady, is what I'm about to share with you. It's not just applicable towards business. So I'll share a story with you real quick. My wife and I went to Hawaii. It was about a year. It'll be a year in like 2 weeks. It'll be a year. We went to Hawaii for like 2 weeks. And we went to a swap meet. Now, if you guys have been to a swap meet, you know how much trouble you can get in, and how fast you can spend money, because they have so many amazing things going on there. They have so many amazing things to buy and to get into. And so we're in Hawaii, and we're in Honolulu, and we go to this swap meet in Honolulu. And it's at a professional stadium, and it's outside this. So you got the stadium right here, and then the swap meet goes all the way around the stadium. Dude, it was like a mile all the way around this stadium. It was like a big circle. It was a big loop. And we go to the swap meet, and we're pulling into the parking lot. There's a big line, and we can kind of, as we're going through the parking lot, we can kind of see all the vendors and some of the things they got in their tents. Like, oh, this is awesome. Now, we went there. My wife had things that she wanted to get. She wanted to get, a couple dresses for our girls, Hawaiian dresses, and, a couple shirts for the boys to match the dresses and things like that. And the only thing I wanted from there, I don't see it in here, I just wanted like a Hawaii-themed iPhone case. And so that was the only thing I wanted. Just wanted to be able to take something, just because I'm on my phone all the time. So for me, it was just something that was kind of neat to look back and remember my experience there with. And so we had a list of a handful of things that we wanted to get, and that was kind of the primary reason we were going. But as we pulled in, like, my wife is like naming off all of these things that she wanted. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. And so we pull into this parking lot, and we turn the car off, and we're getting ready to go in. And then I had like an epiphany, and it like hit me like a ton of bricks. And I locked the car door before she can open it. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold off. Okay, here's what we got to do. So she pulled out her phone. She pulled out the Notes app on her phone, and we're putting a list together. I said, hey, here's what we're going to do. We have very specific things, because they got a bunch of cool shit in there. We got very specific things that we're wanting to purchase when we get in there. I said, we're only going to get these things, and let's be very cognizant and have a list of what those specific things are. So as we're looking into a tent, we can just do it, because it was a mile long of just tents and stuff to buy. So it's like we can peek into a tent real quick, give it like a 10-second meander. And if it doesn't have anything on our list, then we'll bounce to the next tent, and we'll just and that'll keep us from overspending. And it'll also allow us to make sure that we're not, there for 8 hours. So we're like, okay, cool. So having that kind of clarity going into it, it was like, okay, we popped into this tent. This doesn't have what we're looking for. Boom, next tent. Boom, next tent. Oh, hey, they got iPhone cases in this one. Okay, cool. Let's spend a couple minutes going through the iPhone cases. Nope, not what I wanted. Okay, next tent. Hey, these guys got shirts. Cool. Do we like these? Yes, let's grab them. Do they got the kid sizes? Got it. Okay. Oh, this one's got shirts or dresses or, whatever. So that's how we did it. And we were there for probably about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. And it was neat. We were in and out. We saw everything. It was intentional AF. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I do in my business. This is how I show up to meetings or Zooms or phone calls, with intention. If you guys didn't catch it, before walking in there, I have clarity on why I'm there, on what I need. I have intentions on going into this swap meet, and I have expectations coming out of this swap meet, and they're very, very specific. Much like going to this swap meet, and everything that made it a success was we got to see everything. We got our Hawaiian shaved ice. We got all the things on our list. We saw everything. We got some sunshine, and we made it all the way around. And it was fantastic. It was amazing. Before you guys show up to networking events, before you guys jump into Zoom calls, before you guys take any kind of a meeting, you have to show up with the best intentions. In order to do that, you got to have clarity on why are we even getting on a call? I can't tell you how many people shoot me a text or get into my DMs and are like, hey, I need help. Look, can we jump on a call real quick? It's like, no, we can't. Not because I don't want to help, but I just don't have the time for this. We all have the same amount of time. You have to be super, super intentional. Why are we getting on a call? I need to have some context here. If I'm jumping on a Zoom with somebody, if I've got a scheduled Zoom with somebody, I'm spending time going through their, like, I'll take 10, 15 minutes before the meeting, and I will go through their Facebook, and I'll see what they have going on. I'll see how intentional they are. I have clarity on what I'm doing, what my bottlenecks in my business are, what I'm working, the value I can provide somebody. And that's my intention going into this. I have clarity on who I am, what I'm good at, what I need, and where I can serve people. I show up with that clarity. And if I go to a meetup, I'm only talking to the people, for the most part, that are in alignment or can help, or I can help solve their problem. So, for example, if you need deals, when you guys go to the Squad Up Summit, there's going to be so many people there. There's going to be so many wonderful people. You could literally just spend all day talking to everybody, and you would find out and learn so many wonderful things. But if you are not intentionally showing up to meetings, meetups, calls, Zooms, then really what you're going to do is you're going to come back with your business in the exact same state. You're going to have 100 other phone numbers added to your iPhone. But in reality, what's going to happen is as you start reaching out to these people, like, hey, let's jump on another Zoom. Let's jump on another Zoom. Let's do this. It's like, dude, I'm over here running my business. Like, it was great talking with you. What should we talk about? If you're just jumping into a meeting or a Zoom or going to a meetup and saying, hey, I really have no intentions or no idea why I'm here, but let's just figure it out. Oh, I got a meeting with John, later. Really not sure what we're going to talk about, but I'm just going to jump in here and just wing it. Just see what he's doing. There's so many people that show up like that. Stop it. If Chris and I did that same thing, we wouldn't have made $72,000 in 60 days. We had clarity on what we were trying to accomplish. We had a very specific goal. We had clarity on where we could serve others, what value we brought. And the entire intention was going in here, finding the bottlenecks in their business. And because we were networking with so many people, 8 hours a day of networking, guys. 8 hours a day, 6 days a week for 4 or 5 months straight. You guys do the math here. Imagine having just absolutely intentional conversations with that volume of people. Now, whether I could serve them or not, if I could not serve them, I would take down their information and I would say, hey, this isn't something that I can help you with. However, if I don't know anybody at this time and place, then I will let you know I'm also networking with a bunch of people every single day. So I will take note of this. And when I come across somebody that can solve this problem, I would love to connect you guys. And then for the people that were in alignment, where their bottlenecks aligned with the problems that I could solve and what I was trying to do, it was like, cool, let's collaborate here. You've got investor lift, and your problem right now is you don't have enough people to dispo their deals. I can solve that problem 100%. Let's collaborate. It's all servitude, guys. It's all about them. So in short, Grady, hopefully this helps. Hopefully you guys are getting some value and some context from this. In short, you have to have clarity on what it is you're even trying to do. What value do you bring to the table? And your intention going into every Every relationship, every meetup should be first and foremost to serve, to lead with value. But then second, you need to make sure that the people you're talking with are in alignment with what you're trying to do. Just like when I went into those tents in Hawaii, I would just scan it real quick. I was like, oh, okay, this is not our tent. Let's move to the next one. So when you guys are talking with people at meetups, it's great. You're going to talk with tons and tons of people. But if you're not conversing with somebody who you can either solve their problem or they can solve your problem, then you need to keep it moving. If your goal is to go raise capital, if you want to be a buyer and your goal is to go raise capital, how much time are you going to spend listening to somebody's 45-minute story on how they did whatever? I mean, shoot, in 45 minutes, you could have networked with, you could have shook 100 hands by then. So, Grady, I hope that helps, bro. That's what I do, and it has served me extremely well, my friend. Thank you for asking that. Well, guys, we're going on 51 minutes now. I don't see any other questions in the comments. So if you guys don't have anything else, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your guys' Saturday. Oh, I did tell you guys I was going to have an announcement for you. Myself, Angel Miller, Chris James, James Hostert, and a couple other individuals, Kevin Schuweiler. We are putting on a mastermind. It'll be our first ever in-person mastermind. Now, the thing that I'm really excited for about this mastermind, guys, is for those of you guys who have been to other events, meetups, masterminds, you know that the real value is in the networking. It's the people that show up. Yeah, you get some great speakers and it's like rah stuff. Everyone kind of gets hyped and excited. But really, the only way in a lot of these events, most of these events, that you move your business forward is from the networking that you do in the halls. I know this. And I'm glad you asked that question, Grady, because not only do I like to show up to meetings in intention, with intention, but I like to put masterminds on with intention. And this is the first one that I will be putting on, that we will be putting on in person. And it is so stinking intentional. During this mastermind, there's going to be workshops. There's going to be things for you guys to be doing in person that are going to push the needle forward. You are going to get results. This is a 3-day mastermind in Las Vegas. You're going to get results over those 3 days. So much so that if you come and you do not get, if you don't feel like the value that you got was worth it, I will bring my paycheck or my checkbook and I will cut you a check. I will personally refund you for the money you spent on the event if you don't feel like the value that you got in this mastermind was worth it. We have an early bird special, and it's $697. $697 in Las Vegas. It is a 3-day event, and we have some amazing, just it's nothing but value. As a matter of fact, the networking that you're going to be doing at the event is just the cherry on top, because there's going to be so much momentum during this mastermind. And we're keeping it small. We're keeping it intimate. This is going to be a 300 or 400, person thing. It's going to be small and intimate because we are very results-driven individuals. And the thing that I love about the individuals that are putting this together with me is we are going to literally do anything and everything to ensure that you succeed. If that means that we are staying up all night with you, making phone calls and doing all these things, then we're freaking going to. Tell me the last time you went to an event and the people putting on the event were willing to do that. Tell me the last time you went to an event and people were willing to put their money where their mouth is. If you guys would love some more information on this, shoot me a PM, because it's only $697. $697 to show you guys how to make millions of dollars. Let me know where I can be of service. This is all for you guys. Everything that I do is with the intent of providing value in a way that I wish would have been available when I was either getting started or trying to figure out how to grow my business. I'm really excited for this. This is going to be our first event, guys. It's going to be June. Let me think here. Let me get the dates out here. I think it's June 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. June 13th, 14th, and 15th. We will have special things for people who want to get in on the VIP. And those individuals will be coming in the day before. So let me know where we can be of service. There's going to be more details. Angel, can you put the website in the chat? Maybe I'll put it on the screen real quick. But let me know where we can be of service, guys. This is all for you. The reason we show up and have this podcast every Saturday is for you guys. The reason we're putting on this event is for you guys. Allison says, Jesse's coming out of his igloo again to come to the lower 48. It feels like it, man. You can see. I'm white as hell. I have not seen the sun in what seems like years. You know what was funny? When I got deployed, I was deployed to the Middle East. And when you're deployed there, I deployed from Alaska. Grady says, Jesse riding his polar bear on stage. Dude, that's so funny. I'm bringing my moose this time. I'll be riding the moose. When I was deployed, it was funny because literally like everybody in Alaska is like super, super white. Like you see it. When you see Alaskans in person, you're like, oh, wow, they really have not seen the sun. That is super, super white. And it's funny when I was deployed in the Middle East after being there for a few months where I got some workout. I got the gym in. I got my workout in. My diet was on point because I didn't have the Domino's guy at my beck and call. And I was able to just sit by the pool and get some sun. Guys, this is an Air Force deployment. If you guys are debating on whether or not to join the military, definitely join the Air Force. This was all an Air Force deployment in the Middle East. Yes, we had pools, we had pool tables, we had ping pong balls, we had ping pong tables, we had computers and video games and TVs, and it was awesome. So I got swole and I got tan as hell. And after a couple months of being there, there was another group that came over from Alaska, and everybody walked off the tarmac. And man, they were just white as hell. I mean, you could tell there was a couple people that was coming in from all over the world, but you knew who the group was from Alaska. It was super funny. Grady said, wife and I got burnt after 10 minutes outside in Arizona. Out here blinded people while walking around. Dude, that is for real, my friend. That is for real. But guys, thank you for being here. I hope you guys got some value today. If you guys are in sub 2, then I'm going to be doing a growing your business Zoom in sub 2 in about 90 minutes from now. So go ahead and join us over there. Happy to be of service any way that I can, guys. Again, if you guys want more information on this mastermind, hit me up. Shoot me a PM. We have early bird pricing. And like I said, if you come and you feel like the value is not worth the $697 that you paid, I will write you a check right then and there. I will 100% put my money where my mouth is. I want to hear what you guys have going on. The things that we're going to be going over is going to move your business forward. The networking is going to be the cherry on top. But I can guarantee you this will be one event that you will come to where the value is not going to be in the networking. There's going to be things that we're going to be having you guys do in person at the event, at night when we go to dinner. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. I'm super excited for it. So we're here to push your guys' business forward. We're here to make sure that we're hitting our milestones. you guys are making money. That's what this whole thing is all about. That's why we're in real estate. Let's not get it twisted, amongst other things. But we're here to make money. So let's make you guys some freaking money. Let's push this thing forward. Anyway, I'm going to drop off. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your weekend. If there's anything I can do to serve you, please let me know. Love you guys. I will chat with you guys soon.